uh somebody that I've done readings for, because I didn't know what I wanted to talk about or read about. So the first topic of discussion was dream interpretations, right? Now, I like this book. This book is simple. I like this book. Dream interpretations goes based off your understanding of the elements, colors, positions, and symbolism within the dreams. So, in the basic form, when you developing and learning how to interpret dreams, usually the conversation is you go to sleep, you have a dream, you wake up, you hold a dream journal, and in that dream journal, you then go to other references, such as books like this, right? And you look. Now, once you become more familiar with numbers, colors, symbols, direction, elements, positions. When you start to do that, you will be able to interpret a dream freely without the guide of a book, right? Books are always good. I love books. Everybody knows that. Who knows me? I love books. But at the end of the day, the book is to kind of antagonize a particular thought, and then you build upon that later on in life. It's the same thing with tarot. You can use any one of these divination systems to learn how to interpret dreams freely. The thing that usually is the problem with interpreting dreams, hello, the problem with interpreting dreams usually is that most people have a hard time remembering their dreams. So that's the first aspect of dream interpretation, is the ability to remember your dreams. A lot of people have all kinds of vivid dreams and wake up and cannot remember the dreams. And this is the whole point in having the dream journal in the first place. So first you're training yourself to be able to function within your dreams and to remember in your dream state, in your wake state, or your woke state. Once you have that accomplished, then you're learning about colors, positions, people, the feelings that you had in dreams, whether you were able to control yourself within a dream. And this is the thing that becomes complicated during dream interpretations or dealing with dreams. People have to understand that there's uncontrolled dreams and there's controlled dreams. When you are interested in interpreting dreams, the first thing you want to do is learn how to control yourself within a dream, which then allows you to be conscious within an unconscious state, which gives you control of how that works. So, for instance, when I was growing up, they say the best reaction, for instance, you have a dream that you've fallen. This is how powerful the mind is. You have a dream that you're falling off of from a high altitude or something like that, and somebody who cannot become conscious in a dream, they hit the pavement in a dream, and the mind believes that the impact is real. The person that can become conscious within a dream state is able to break that impact and prevent that impact and change the impact so that the brain does not think that you actually hit some damn concrete. Which leads you to think like dreams is weird like that. Anyway, so developing a dream state, interpreting dreams. The interpretation is based upon your understanding of the, like I was saying, colors, positions, elements, numbers, what the masculine principle mean to you, what the feminine principle mean to you, what a tree mean to you, what dirt mean to you, what air mean to you. All of those things is what helps you to interpret dreams freely. Having a base point, if you study in a particular system, whether it be tarot, bone throwing, witchcraft, the Bible, the Quran, whatever you want to do, that determines or helps give some validity to the things that you look at outside of being able to capture your own emotions in a dream state. So, for instance, one person can have a dream about, let's say, a relationship, with one individual, or an individual that they want to be with, right? You want to be with this individual. You have a particular dream, and that dream you're sad. Another person can have a dream about the same individual, right? And they have the same want, and in their dream they're happy. At the end of the day, what is the interpretation? It's based on your concept of reality. Now, does it mean that either individual is going to have the individual? It really doesn't mean that. But it displays the emotional connection to that individual separately. So one had a dream that they may not, they're sad in that dream. They may not be able to have that individual. So they probably won't have them in reality because they already accepted it. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the other individual has dreamed that they are going to have them. Now, mind you, they may not physically have them, but they experienced it. And this is why I tell people, and this is why I stand on this. When people use spirituality in a sexual manner, it's a violation whether they like it or not, whether they believe it or not, whether the other person is in participation or not. I don't agree on it. And so this is why it's important when you're dealing with spirituality to be able to control yourself in certain instances like that. Meanwhile, people don't see things on multiple levels. So for instance, if an individual, let's say you have a thing for an individual and that attachment is that real, right? Communicating with an individual, sexually violating an individual, that's two different things in real life, because that other person was not physically in participation, emotionally in participation, and did not know. That's your own thing. So you pulling on that individual's energy without that individual knowing, and that's a violation. And most people are not going to wake up and say, hey, this is the dream that I had, and so I'm going to close that out, and I'm going to talk to the ancestors, and I'm going to talk to the elements, and I'm going to talk to my own energy to ask for forgiveness for that. Is a deviation. If you're spiritual, then you're supposed to be able to control yourself in your dream state. You can enjoy your dream state, and then outside of that, let's not get it twisted, because I'm not saying it's all bad. People who are aware, they are able to tap into dreams and enjoy and explore their realities, right? Without violating and without going too far. Now, the thing that's interesting about dreams is, let's say you in a stressful situation, right? And in the physical reality, there's actual consequences for a particular reaction. Not being funny, but let's say you mad at somebody and you really want to slap the shit out of somebody. In reality, that's a physical fight. The body needs to be able to relieve that energy, that anger in some shape, form, or fashion. And so you may go into a deep sleep and then into the REM sleep, and then have that dream where you actually had the experience of slap the shit out. And so the body and the mind relieves the stress without physically causing a problem in the physical reality. This, I know it sounds weird, but think about it. You mad for 200 days because you really want to pow another individual, and you know that there's a consequence and repercussion, and it's probably not even worth it, but the mind and the body is pissed the fuck off because you want to pow an individual. So the mind is powerful enough to give you that illusion that you got to slap the hell out of another individual, and so the stress is relieved and relinquished. This can happen with any aspect of it all, but even in that, if you're able to be conscious in your dream state, then you're able to question yourself: do I really need to slap this individual in my spiritual energetic state or in my physical state? So to control yourself in a dream state and to be able to journal in a dream out, when you come out of that dream state, and then to be able to translate that, because that slap that you might want to physically hand another individual, or subconsciously hand the individual, it may be translating into something else. And so that's what people have to look at. when you're dealing with dream interpretations and tapping into your dream state and understanding the way the body breaks, the way the body functions into this dream state. Mind you, a lot of people go to sleep, but they do not hit the REM state. So people should look that up. As a lot of people, you go to sleep every day and don't really hit REM. It's people that go to sleep and hit the REM state and have no control in their REM state. And so that's something else to think about. Understanding the different positions of sleep and being awake. Being sleep consciously and being sleep unconsciously. Being able to visualize in your sleep and have no control over it versus being able to visualize, dream, go into your REM state, consciously travel through your REM state, able to pinch yourself in the REM state and actually feel it and know it, able to bring yourself out of certain situations when you get past the REM state. So even dreaming is a complicated state. And can it be used as a psychic state? There's people who have done that, have been able to psychically tap in. I forgot his name, but there are individuals who make careers off of being able to go into their REM state and travel through the different vibrations and dimensions in reality. Once you identify that they are, it's another dimension because it's not in the physical state, right? But in that dimension, you still feel emotions. You still can feel physically. You still can make conscious choices and thoughts in that state. You still can control yourself in that state. It's a matter of being able to get into that state of mind and still being able to have control over what's going on in that state. Period. So, I had somebody tell me one time, and I still think this is funny, that if somebody stole your car, that means somebody stole your man. No, if you stole my car in my REM state, you stole my car. I'm not thinking about that. So it all depends on how you process information and tap in. It's just that. Now, generally, if you look it up, you might see that somewhere along the lines of literature in the internet. Oh, somebody stole your car, that means somebody's stealing your man. No, I control my REM state. So in my REM state, if you stole my car, then you stole my car. And now, if I allowed you to steal my car in my REM state. So you have to think about that. Mind you, in your dream state and in your REM state, how you react when you become when you're able to become conscious in your REM state, in your deep sleep, in your dream state. It also will talk about your characteristics physically. And so it can't be tampered with in either state, physically or your dream state, or however you want to talk about it. But anyway, that's the discussion of the dream state. And so this is one of the books that I liked when I started really tapping into it. But the most fun I got out of it was actually being able to control, put yourself into the REM state. There's a difference between going to sleep, going into a deep sleep, going into REM unconsciously, and then there's another aspect where you actually relax yourself, go to sleep, put yourself into a particular trance, go into your REM state, and then tap in, and then try to control the atmosphere in the environment in the dream state. And this is what that's the fun in dreams. Anyway, I will talk to y'all all later. Deuces. It is me, NBT Sky. I'm off this thing later.